Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Here's a pretty cool little pattern that almost anybody can draw with just a few simple steps. And you could change it up to make it your own. We're going to start with a six-sided polygon. Doesn't matter what size, hold down your control button. And hit P. Hit P to put it in the center of the page. Now I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm going to hit P. And I'm going to Control D and duplicate that and rotate it 30 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D. Now I need to measure, and I'm going to change my parallel dimension tool size so you can see it. With the text tool picked and nothing selected, I'm going to go to a 150 point and check dimension. Then when I use my parallel dimension tool, you'll be able to see it and I'll be able to see it. I need to measure from that node to that node. And I got 10.24. So we'll take that away. And we're going to change our nudge factor to 10.24. We could do this manually, but this is right on the money. Then take your six-sided polygon, Control D, and nudge it up. That put it right on these corners of these lines. Then take your virtual segment delete key and delete that. I am going to go ahead and group this all together so I can move it out of the way in a second. And I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill in these three spots. Now I can nudge these out of the way. I'm going to take this, it's three pieces, and first I'm going to get the interactive fill tool, swipe across, but then I'm going to go elliptical. And I want it right in the center of my page, and you really have to, it should have been more elliptical when I started. I didn't swipe far enough. But if you'll get your interactive fill tool back, and then let's put a little dark on the outside. That's going to, well, I should have put a dark on the inside. That's going to put a shadow around it type effect. And you can adjust this to whoever you want. That's not bad. But like I said, you can make it your own. Then we're going to take this one and I'm going to take the virtual segment delete key or the interactive fill tool. And I'm going to go from that corner downward. And I'm going to put black in there and maybe move this a little bit further along. And like I said, you can make it yours. Then I'm going to select this side and do the exact same thing and put black on the edges. That looks pretty cool. Now, you can have the lines or not. We're going to go ahead and put in the lines to give it some look of kind. I'm going to group this together, Control G. And with my new hotkey that I've been using for a while, Alternate C, put the rotation in the center of the page. And I'm going to rotate this 60 degrees. Whoop, I didn't make a duplicate. I moved it. Okay, Alternate C. That put the rotation right there at the bottom. Control D to make a duplicate and rotate it 60 degrees. Now we're going to change this one. So I don't have to ungroup it. I'm just going to take my interactive fill tool. I'm going to go ahead and use that same color. I'm going to replace the light blues with yellow. And like I said, you could do yours any way you wanted. Now what I'm going to do is group this together, Control G, Alternate C, which gives my rotation in the center, and I'm going to rotate it, I don't think I made a copy, 120 degrees. And I didn't. So I'm going to Control D and go back to 0. Same thing, Control D. So now I've got that pattern. Now what we need to do, and I don't think this is going to be as nice as my first one, I'm going to Control G to group it. And I'm going to make it a number even this distance. So I want my ratio locked and I'm going to go ahead and go to 6 inches. That's going to make life a lot easier. Now I'm going to change my nudge distance to 6 inches. Let me get this over here. And I'm going to Control D and move it over and see they're touching exactly. Now, group this together, Control G, Control D to duplicate. Get one of the corner nodes. Don't do that. Get one of the corner with the four-sided arrow and just click it to it. And then instead of Control D again, if you will group this together and then Control D, that way you won't be going lopsided. You'll be going more straight up and down. And then you can Control D as many as you wanted. So it's already a neat enough pattern. I like my first one a little bit better for some reason. But if we group this together, Control G, and then hit P to put it in the center of the page, we'll go ahead and get rid of this. And then, of course, to make an outline, just make a rectangle. Make sure it's showing on top. I'm going to go ahead and hit P. Select both items. Basically, well, why is there 3 items? Oh, I moved that to the center. I did not nudge. Let me just delete that and delete this. I nudged it over. So I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. That's why I always kind of look, see how many objects I got selected. I'm going to hit P because I should only have 2 objects selected. That way I made sure that I grouped my pattern together. And then I'm going to go right here to intersect. And what the intersect is going to do is going to give me a square pattern that I could do anything with. In a way, it looks like cubes. In a way, it looks like triangles. You know, this looks like a cube. This looks like a triangle. So you can take it any way you like. I do like my first one better. When I interact with fill tool, I left the little white dot in there. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit and learn some tools, and thank you for watching.